Hi everybody, it's 10th grade chemistry SLO based papers, and in this section we only do short question answers. The first question is, classify the following substances as Lewis acid or Lewis base, and there are few are given to you which you need to categorize. So first of all, we need to know what exactly the Lewis acid or base is. So um, it's a trick you can apply that like Lewis structure in which we show the electrons. So in the same way, we define acid and bases on the basis of electron pair acceptor and donator. So it's like those who can accept the electron pair is considered as Lewis acid, and those who donate the electron pair or donors, they are Lewis base. Aluminium bromide. Aluminium has 3 electrons in the outermost shell, and with these 3 electrons, aluminium is paired up with 3 bromines. So in the outermost shell of bromine, all 8 electrons are full. But with respect to aluminium, we have only 6 electrons in the outermost shell, so we have a capacity to attain 2 electrons. So it's an acceptor, so it acts as a Lewis acid. Then we have ethanol, and we have OH group here, and we know that oxygen has 2 lone pairs on it, and it can donate, so it is a Lewis base. Then we have cyanide ion here, and as far as nitrogen is concerned, we have a lone pair on nitrogen, so it can donate, so it is again a Lewis base. The next is the Checkley principle, and what you need to do is you have to tell that how you can maximize the product in hybrid process. First of all, you must know that what hybrid process is. It's an ammonia manufacturing process, and in which nitrogen, 1 mole of nitrogen react with 3 moles of hydrogen, and it provides you 2 moles of ammonia, and this reaction is happening in gaseous phase. So on the reactant side, we have 3 and 1 4 moles, and on the other we have 2. So if we increase the pressure in the equilibrium stage, when we increase the pressure, what will happen? The reactants come closer together. Obviously, every molecule come closer together in that section, but obviously there are more number of molecules, so they are more closer, and the chances of fruitful collisions will be increased, and what will happen? The product or yield will be increased, right? And as we all know that this is an exothermic process, so heat is released by the system. So if you decrease the temperature of the system, what will happen? It re-attain that temperature by forming more product, because the forward reaction is exo. So if the reaction want to attain the equilibrium by you decrease the temperature, and what the reaction needs to do, increase the temperature, so it will move forward doing the exothermic reaction and gain stability. One more thing you can do by increasing the amount of reactant in your vessel, or by decreasing the amount of product in the vessel. That is also one of the way to maximize your yield. So and by the way, the Le-Chatelier principle is the just simple principle that everything needs an equilibrium. That's a simple thing you need to learn. Even you, everybody needs equilibrium in his or her own life, so in the same way the reactions does. So the next question is, concentration of an aqueous solution of potassium hydroxide is given to you. You have to calculate the pH and tell the other person that the acid, basic, or neutral solution, what your solution is. First of all, it is potassium hydroxide, so we know it's KOH, so it's hydroxyl ion given there. So first we hydroxyl ion is given to you, so you can calculate pOH, right? So negative log of hydroxyl ion. So if you took the negative log of 1 into 10 is to power minus 3, what it gives you? It gives you 3 number, right? And so what is pH plus pOH is equal to 14, right? So now we know the pH, you can switch the value, and 14 minus 3, it will give you answer 11, so your answer is 11. By the way, you can do it in this way as well, because if you're taking pH plus pOH, it is equal to 14, and if it is just hydrogen plus hydroxyl ion concentration, it is 1 into 10 is power minus 14. Don't confuse with it, it's just a mistake. Just a typing mistake. It's not 11, it's 1 here. So this you can do this this numerical in this way and the other way. पहले आप pH प्लस pOH, आप pH pOH ले लें और उसके बाद आप उसको डील करें। नेगेटिव लॉग आप पहले ले लें, ये भी हो सकता है, और आप इस तरह से करना चाहें तो ऐसे भी हो सकता है। It doesn't impact, and the solution is basic, we know. Okay, slate lime. How is it produced during solid process? Slate lime, so limestone lime, so it is somehow you can make the connectivity in your mind. So what we are doing here, we are taking limestone, हम उसे heat करेंगे, it will be a decomposition reaction, calcium oxide and carbon dioxide produce होगा. So we have lime here, and what we do, लाइम और वाटर को मिक्स करेंगे तो आपके पास स्लेक्ट लाइम आ जाएगा. लाइम विच इज स्लेक्ट, लाइम विच इज एडेड विद वाटर इज अ स्लेक्ट लाइम. सो इट्स अ सिंपल थिंग. फाइन. देन है हमारा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, दैट यू हैव टू राइट द नेम ऑफ few fertilizer which contain nitrogen, and nitrogen is the most important ingredient for plants growth. And we have urea, we have ammonium sulfate, ammonium nitrate. Ammonium sulfate nitrate is also one of the fertilizer. Next, describe ion exchange method for the removal of hardness of water. So, first of all, you must know कि यार why water becomes hard. Water hard होता है जब उसके अंदर salt concentration बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाती है, especially when we talk about calcium and magnesium ions. So, हमें क्या करना है? We need to remove that calcium and magnesium ions. So, what we will do कि हम कोई ऐसा आयन एक्सचेंज रेजन जो है वो आपके पानी के अंदर रखें जिसमें हो ये कि सोडियम का आयन जो है कैल्शियम का जो आयन है वो रिप्लेस करे सोडियम आयन को जो आपके जियोलाइट के अंदर या जो रेजन के अंदर मौजूद है. एंड ऑब्वियसली सोडियम आयन एंटर्ड इनटू द वाटर एंड कैल्शियम आयन पिक्ड अप बाय योर रेजन. सो this sort of ion exchanger we use. So chemically जो zeolite आप यूज़ करते हैं, these are sodium aluminium silicates, और generally आप इसको सोडियम और उसके साथ आप सिर्फ कैपिटल Z शो करते हैं. सो सोडियम इज़ द मेन एलिमेंट. जियोलाइट हम बाकी सिस्टम को डिस्कस नहीं कर रहे कि वो क्या है, ऑल्दो वी नो द नेम, बट इट्स जस्ट अ सिंपल रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ इट. सो होगा सिर्फ ये कि आपका जो NaZ है उसमें सोडियम की जगह आपके दूसरे आयन आते जाएंगे. मैग्नीशियम आयन उसको रिप्लेस करेगा, कैल्शियम आयन रिप्लेस करेगा. सो सोडियम एंटर्ड इनटू द सिस्टम, your water system, and your hard ions will be picked up by your zeolite, right? So this is how it works. Then the next question is, for the given reversible reaction, equilibrium concentrations are given to you. And by the way, you can clearly see here that we have Haber's process equation here, and there's the question above. So the concentrations are given. What you need to calculate, Kc, equilibrium constant value. So Kc is, we know, product to reactant ratio. So here we write the equation, and you just need to put the values, multiply it, and you can get the answer. And for units, you just need to put units instead of value. You just need to put units, and you have to take care of the powers as well, and you'll get the answer. And then here we have the next question. Write down balanced chemical equation showing the formation of a salt. So what the next for first one is reaction of hydrochloric acid with aluminium. So when hydrochloric acid react with aluminium, we already discussed that aluminium chloride will be formed and hydrogen will be released. So it's a sort of displacement reaction here, and we can balance it out. We have 3 chlorine here, so, and 3 hydrogens. So 2 hydrogen molecules, H2 is producing, and so you can balance it out like this. 3 chlorine, so we can put 3 here, and then obviously aluminium becomes 2, and you have to do it. You can clearly see that this isn't the balanced one. You have to put 3 to with yes, exactly. 2 aluminium react with 6 hydrochloric acid, and here we have 2 aluminium chloride molecules and 3 hydrogen, right? So this is how it works. Then we have calcium carbonate that is reacting with hydrochloric acid. So when calcium react with hydrochloric acid, it replaces the hydrogen, it forms calcium chloride, carbon dioxide will be released, and water will be released. Then we have, write the structural formula of the following. We have N-heptane. Heptane means 7 electrons in the chain. N means a normal chain. So straight 7 electrons आप draw करेंगे and you will get the answer. Methanol. The last Al stands for aldehyde, and we know in aldehyde we have carbonyl group, and one side is fixed with hydrogen and the other side we may have a carbon chain, but we have a meth here. So that means only one carbon is here. So it's C double bond O H on both sides. methanoic acid, oic for carboxylic acid. So we know that carbonyl group is fixed here, and we have hydroxyl group on one side, and on the other side we may have carbon chain, but because it's methanoic, so only one carbon in the compound, so here we have one carbon. Differentiate between homo and heterocyclic compound, and you have to show the structural formula. Homocyclic means these both are cyclic compounds first of all, and homo means same and hetero means different. So when all of the chain is made up of carbon atoms, so that is a homocyclic compound. For example, your cyclopropane, cyclobutane, cyclohexane, whatever you want to draw, and which is also called as benzene, by the way. And then we have heterocyclic, so we have any of the other element except carbon. We might have nitrogen, we might have oxygen here, right? So that must be inside that, and that becomes your heterocyclic compound. uh, then the next question is, write two methods for the preparation of propane, and you have to give chemical equation with conditions. Find a उसने आपको restrict नहीं किया that you need to pick up certain type of a reactant here. You can pick any one, but you need to form propane in that. So propane है, you can start it from propine. मतलब आपको 3 carbon chain चाहिए with a single bond. सो हम 3 कार्बन चेन लेते हैं, विद द ट्रिपल बॉन्ड हम स्टार्ट करते हैं, एंड देन वी जस्ट डू द हाइड्रोजनेशन and first converted into propane, and then propene, and then propane. And we know जो आपके पास जो catalytic hydrogenation हम करते हैं, that is in the presence of nickel, so we can do it right here. And because he asked for two methods, so one of the method is here, the other one you can easily pick up any of the halo group in your carbon chain. So you can pick any of the haloalkane, and your carbon number must be 3, because in the result we need 3. So we have here chlorine with the chain, and you can do this reaction of hydrogenation with the presence of platinum or palladium, you may use any of it. And zinc with hydrochloric acid is here, and what it will do, it produce atomic hydrogen pick the chlorine and replace it, form hydrochloric acid, and one hydrogen will be on its place. So here we have your results. Then we have if it asks for 3, you might use regional dihalides to produce it. Then the next question is, how will you differentiate between ethane and ethene? Obviously, when you want to differentiate it, what you want to differentiate, the double bond and a single bond, because otherwise same. So if it's a double bond, obviously there is any sort of um, hydrogenation reaction, or you can, so any sort of addition reaction you can do it here. And if there is any reaction which have show any color change, that is obviously the testifying section of it. So here we are converting your ethylene or ethene into ethanol, and or ethane diol. So we use alkyne camanophore here. It will be a purple solution in the start, but when it ends, the purple solution will be diminished. That means that we are done with your hydration. We are done with your reaction, and this you got the product. Then we have the next question. Identify A and B in the following chemical reaction. We are starting from CH3, C triple bond CH, and we are adding chlorine here. And so that means one bond will be removed and two chlorine will be added on both sides. And the next stage, we are again adding chlorine. So the second bond will be removed and chlorine will be again added on both sides. So it becomes 1,1,2,2 tetrachloropropane, because 4 chlorine यहाँ पर add हो रहे हैं, so it becomes chloropropane. Discuss ways by which global warming can be decreased. It's a very sort of question which is used again and again, and even in your other sections as well. So grow your plant, grow your trees, try to switch your renewable energy sources, and you must use a car with catalytic converters. Also help you out in reducing carbon dioxide emission, and carpool system you may use here, and it also help it out, or public transport will help it out, so you can quote different things here. Then we have the definitions. We have the definitions are here: lipids, fats, and oils. And lipids, we know that these are insoluble in water because they are polar, so they slightly dissolve in polar things. There's fats and oils are these lipid section. And fats is if it's solid at room temperature, then you consider it as fat, and if it is liquid at room temperature, then your lipid is considered as oil. So this is how you differentiate it. So fat and oil is both the categorization here. They're from the lipid section. Okay, that's done with the objective questions here.